book, a copy of the Odyssey, hoping to gain courage from the trials of that hero, for I no longer felt brave or certain of anything. Finally, I drifted into sleep and dreams. It was not a restful sleep. I dreamed of grass gone black as kindling. I was in a place of stone and ash. A lone tree stood outlined against a blood-red moon, and far below, a vast army of unearthly beings clamored for war. Above the din, I heard my brother, Amar, screeching out a warning. "Do not fail me, brother! Do not trust!" But here the dream changed. She was there, bending over me, her golden red curls a halo against the bright sky. "Your destiny is joined to mine," she whispered. She leaned close, her lips hovered near my own. I could feel the slightest heat from them. I woke quickly, but there was nothing, save the smouldering ash from my campfire and the night sounds of small animals scurrying for cover. When I arrived in London, I was half-starved and unsure where to go next. The Rakshana had not given me instruction as to where to find them. That was not their way. They always found me. As I stumbled among the crowds of Covent Garden, the smell of eel pie, hot and salty, nearly drove me mad with hunger. I was about to risk stealing one when I spotted him. A man stood against a wall, smoking a cigar. He was not remarkable, of medium height and build, wearing a dark suit and hat, the morning's newspaper folded neatly under his left arm. He sported a well-groomed moustache, and along his cheek was a wicked smile of a scar. I waited for him to look away so that I could lift the pie without consequence. I feigned interest in a pair of street performers. One juggled knives while the other charmed the crowd. A third man I knew would be slipping about, relieving people of their wallets. I looked toward the wall again, and the man was gone. Now was the time to strike. Keeping my hand hidden beneath the cover of my cloak, I reached toward the pile of steaming buns. The hot pie was barely in my grasp when the man from the wall sidled up to me. "The Eastern Star is hard to find," he said, in a low but cheery voice. It was only then that I noted the pin on his lapel, a small sword emblazoned with a skull, the symbol of the Rakshana. I answered excitedly with the words I knew he expected. "But it shines brightly for those who seek it." We clasped right hands then, placing the left over the fist as brothers of the Rakshana. "Welcome, novitiate. We've been waiting for you." He leaned forward to whisper in my ear. "You have much to account for." I cannot say exactly what happened next. The last sight I remember was of the meat pie woman pocketing coins. I felt a sharp pain at the back of my head, and the world swirled into blackness. When I came to, I found myself in a dank, dark room, blinking against the sudden light of many tall candles arranged in a circle around me. My escorts had vanished. My head ached like the devil, and now awake, my terror was sharpened against the whetstone of the unknown. Where was I? Who was that man? If he was Rakshana, why the club on the head? I kept my ears open, listening for sounds, voices, some clue as to where I was. "Kartik, brother of Amar, initiate of the Brotherhood of the Rakshana." The voice, deep and powerful, came from somewhere above me. I could see nothing but the candles, and behind that, utter darkness. "Kartik," the voice repeated, most definitely wanting an answer. "Yes?" I croaked when I could find my voice. "Let the tribunal begin." The room began to take shape in the dark. 12 feet or more above the floor was a railing running the circumference of the circular room. Behind the railing, I could just make out the ominous deep purple robes of the highest ranks of the Rakshana. These were not the brothers who had trained me my whole life, but the powerful men who lived and ruled in the shadows. For such a tribunal to take place, I had either done something very good or very bad. "We are dismayed by your performance," the voice continued. "You were supposed to watch the girl." Something very bad. A new terror seized me, not the fear that I might be beaten or robbed by hooligans, but the fear that I had disappointed my benefactors, my brothers, and that I would face their justice, which was legendary. I swallowed hard. "Yes, brother, I did watch her, but—" The voice rose sharply. "You were supposed to watch her and report to us. That is all. Was this mission too difficult for you, novice?" I could not speak, so great was my fear. "Why did you not report to us the moment she entered the realms?" I thought I had things well in hand." "And did you?" "No." My answer hung in the air like so much smoke from the candles. "No, you did not. And now the realms have been breached. The unthinkable has happened." I rubbed my sweaty palms against my knees, but it did not help. The cold, metallic taste of fear worked its way into my mouth. There was much I didn't know about the organization to which I'd pledged myself, my loyalty, my very life, as my brother had before me. Amar had told me stories of the Rakshana, of their code of honor, their place in history as protectors of the realms. "If you'd come to us immediately, we could have contained the situation." "With all due respect, she is not what I expected." I paused to think of the girl I'd left behind, headstrong, with startling green eyes. "I believe that she means well." The voice boomed. "That girl is more dangerous than she knows, and more of a threat than you realize, boy. She has the potential to destroy us all, and now, between the two of you, the power has been unleashed. Chaos reigns." "But she defeated Circe's assassin." "Circe has more than one dark spirit at her disposal." The voice continued. "That girl shattered the runes that have housed the magic and kept it safe for generations. Do you understand that there is no control? The magic is loose inside the realms for any spirit to use. Already many are using it to corrupt the spirits who must cross. They will bring them to the Winterlands and fortify their strength. How long before they weaken the veil between the realms and this world? Before they find a way to Circe, or she finds a way in? How long before she has the power she covets?" A slick, icy fear spread through my veins. "Now you see. You understand what she has done, what you have helped her do. Kneel." From nowhere came two strong hands, forcing me to my knees. My cloak was loosened at my neck, and I felt cold, hard steel against the frantic throbbing of the vein there. This was it. I had failed, brought shame on the Rakshana and my brother's memory, and now I would die for it. "Do you bow to the will of the Brotherhood?" asked the voice. My voice, pressed tight in my throat by the flat of the knife, sounded frantic, strangled, a stranger's voice. "I do." "Say it." I bow to the will of the Brotherhood, in all things." The blade retreated. I was released. When I realized my life would be spared, I am ashamed to say that I felt near to crying tears of relief. I would live, and I'd have a chance yet to prove my worth to the Rakshana. "There is still hope. Has the girl ever made mention to you of the temple?" "No, my brother. I have never heard of such a place." "Long before the runes were constructed to control the magic, the Order used the temple. It is rumored to be the source of all power in the realms. It is the place where the magic can be controlled. Whosoever claims the temple rules the realms. She must find it." "Where is it?" There was a moment's pause. "Somewhere inside the realms. We do not know for certain. The Order kept it well hidden." "But how—" "She must use her wits. If she is truly one of the Order, the temple will most likely call to her in some fashion. But she must be careful. Others will seek it as well. The magic is unpredictable, wild. Nothing from the other side can be trusted. This is most important. Once she